at once right now. Lomo's gotten ahead of Jaehoon in expansions, which is never a good thing, especially if you're playing, or when you're playing Protoss. And these things are sieged up at the top of this cliff. They're going to be laying down hits all over the place. So, Jaehoon pumping Arbiters from one Stargate. He's trying to set up an expansion over here, which is really what he needs to do. He really needs to try to get ahead of Lomo in expansions while harassing the economy. At this point, getting his fast shuttle and going for some storm drops would probably be his best bet. It's a lot easier than recalling. You can just drop your HTs on the back cliff behind the natural expansion, lay down a couple storms, and Terran really never have to deal with that kind of mass worker death because their SCVs are so strong that really could throw them off balance. Or at least in my humble opinion. But at this point, Lomo is just tearing up Jaehoon's army. Jaehoon trying to push in there with tanks sieged up. You really want to try and stasis the tanks or drop zealots in front of the tanks or something. You can't just push in with Dragoons only. It's too difficult. But Jaehoon doing a great job of staying in the game. Lomo really isn't pushing the advantage. Lomo playing very cautiously. Doesn't want to push in at the wrong time and lose his entire army to a well-placed stasis. So, but you can take a look at the minimap. Lomo is expanding all over the place. He's got units creating this slow hug, forcing in the purple Protoss further and further to a corner. Starport coming up now. Relatively late Starport. He's going to be trying to get his science vessels up, but apparently he really didn't need him at all because Jaehoon has been using his recalls too lately. Almost going in for a recall. That was a weird misclick by Jaehoon. He just recalled his army next to his army. Oh man. Terrible. He was going in for recall, but somehow must have mixed up his hotkeys with his arbiters and ended up recalling with the wrong arbiter and just recalled his army next to his army. Oh man, that sucks. That's a ton of energy gone. And his coach is just like, oh my gosh, did that just happen? Oh, that's embarrassing. It's okay, everyone's done that before. Or I've gone in for a recall and my arbiters get sniped before I even get the recall off, so it just sucks that it's televised because everyone sees it. So Jaehoon not getting to do exactly what he wanted to do. Science still going up, and he's going to be getting the science vessels here momentarily, pumping out of 2 Stargates now, getting a bunch of arbiters. He has the economy to deal with that now that he has the 4th base at the 7th location. It looks like he's getting the bottom right. There it is. Yeah, that place. He's going to be getting that ASAP. And then once that base is taken, there's really no more expansions other than one dead center, which is so difficult to take. Probe's getting caught mid-transfer, and all those probes are going to get taken out by these vultures. That's going to hurt Jaehoon massive. Oh, massively. Hurt him massive. Ouch. Coming in here for another recall. Hopefully he can get the recall right this time. Recalling on top of these mines. Mines placed. Oh my goodness. Those mines took out a ton of the Dragoons initially. Jeez. And those girls are laughing at Jaehoon. Jaehoon, no. Screw those girls. Just do your best. Oh my gosh. Those mines took out half of the Dragoon forces, over half of the Dragoon forces, before they even got a chance to look around. Oh gosh, that would be the worst thing ever. Oh, stasis going off on the tanks, but there's only 1 Dragoon, no Dragoons now, and the Arbiter goes down to turrets. Lomo is playing really well, just sitting back and letting Jaehoon be the aggressor, let Jaehoon make the mistakes, let Jaehoon do the recalls, and Lomo just sits back and takes the forces little by little, slowly going to starve out. Lomo's never really made a push on the map. He's not being the aggressor. He's just sitting back, sieging up his tanks, taking expansions, playing very passively, and it is working out very well for him. Base is up and running at the bottom right corner, but there's no probe saturation. Okay, there's some probes. So at this point, Lomo is just going to be upgrading from 2 armories. It's just a matter of time before Lomo decides that he's tired of playing this game and just wants to push. This is where you see both players working off of, you know, max food counts, and they're just, you get to see the strategy. What player, Jaehoon's trying to break Lomo. We're going to see a recall up here at the top right base. No spider mines there to take out the forces. So I don't know how many minerals are at this mineral line though. A lot of Jaehoon's forces going down, tanks besieging up. Arbiter goes down, and he's gonna get the expansion probably unless Lomo lifts it. Yep, gets the expansion. So good recall there by Jaehoon, taking out an expansion finally. That's going to boost him. Oh, there's a ton of minerals there. Okay, so that was actually a very good recall. Taking out one of the expansions, and that's what Jaehoon really needs to do, is just start taking out these expansions. But at some point, he's going to have to deal with Lomo's massive army, and Lomo's for sure at 200 psi. I just don't know if once Lomo decides to make a push, if Jaehoon's going to be able to deal with it when he starts pushing with EMP from his science vessels. And these probes are going to get caught mid-transfer as well. And Vulture is getting a ton of free probe kills. Lomo rebuilding the CC that just got destroyed. Jaehoon's going to come in here for another recall. This is the most recalls I've ever seen in a single game. Vulture's coming here, stepping a ton of probes. Meanwhile, Jaehoon's going to recall on... not the main. Almost on the main. He's going to come in here, look for a better place. He sees that there's no minerals at the main, so what's the point? He's going to recall the same base again. He had success there, why not try again? And he's going to get this base again. So Academy goes down. But really there was no probes mining at that base, so he gets the command center, but that's only going to prolong Lomo from getting those resources again. Lomo is still mining from 2 other bases, whereas Jaehoon's lost a lot of his probes mid-transfer. Science vessel almost going down. Science vessel gets taken out, so gets sniped there by Jaehoon. And these vultures are pissed because they're dying. And these tanks are going to siege up, start blowing up these dragoons. And there's going to be blue goo everywhere. Rebuilding the expansion again. Lomo just gnawing on some gum. Pro StarCraft players, true Trident. So the last of the Dragoon Force is taken out. Are there only like 5 factories up for Lomo? Is he just... wow, that's a surprisingly low number of factories. I guess he really doesn't need... he has his units placed so well that he doesn't need to start, you know, pumping out units in mass. He's going to be recalling on top of this... oh, what an insane recall! Flying into all those turrets and recalling. This base is completely undefended. So, oh, does doing some mine drags into some SCVs. Great recall by Jaehoon. Jaehoon really constantly being the aggressor, constantly trying to catch Lomo out of position. And now Lomo is in big trouble, and I know that because the camera zoomed in on him.